The cattle on feed report is out and the numbers are slightly down. Here to talk about that and explain what it all means, Derrell Peel, our livestock marketing specialist. Derrell, break down this report. Tell us what the numbers are.
In the latest USDA Cattle on Feed report, the placements were down. They were expected to be down, but they were down even more than expected. And marketings were also down a little bit for the last month in August. And so the net effect was that the September 1 cattle on feed was slightly lower than a year ago. And that's the first time, actually only the second time in 28 months that the cattle on feed inventory month to month has been down from the year previous.
All right, let's talk about why that is and kind of the long-term implications of that.
You know, it's the other side of this that's probably more amazing is how feedlots have been able to maintain inventories for so long, given that calf crops have been getting smaller for the last several years. And the way that's happened, particularly last year with the drought, we placed a lot of very lightweight calves in the feedlot that stay in there for a long time. And so they hold up your inventory, but not necessarily imply more cattle numbers. And what we're seeing now is that we're sort of running out of that possibility. We're placing not only fewer cattle in total, but we're placing a lot less of those lightweight animals. And that means that feedlot inventories are going to turn over much faster in the coming months, and it's going to be more and more difficult for feedlots to maintain inventories. I expect that cattle on feed inventory to continue shrinking for many months now from this point on.
Any implications for the market then?
Well, I think the reality of where we are with these feeder markets is going to be more apparent from now on. You know, the prices we have today certainly confirms that we have very tight feeder cattle supplies, and I think that's just going to get even more pronounced as we go through the next, you know, and really we're talking about a couple of years out in general, where we're going to see very, very tight feeder cattle supplies, and that'll be reflected in the markets.
All right, and let's turn to stalkers now. It's that time of year, wheat's either in the ground or getting ready to go. We've had some rains. What does the situation look like for stalkers right now?
Well, I think a lot of producers, because there is some prospect, certainly at least in some regions for wheat pasture, are going to be thinking about buying calves. Given what we just talked about, you know, the prices of these calves are high already. They've recovered a lot from the summer lows. You know, they often go down a little bit into the fall when we have our biggest runs of weaning calves. However, this year, those runs will be smaller, and there's a good chance we won't see those prices drop very much. So producers need to keep that in mind as they think about buying these calves. There's a wide range of weights that they can buy at, and so I guess my advice to producers is to pencil it out and pencil out a number of different alternatives in terms of the kinds of calves, the size of calves that you can work with in your operation, and see what really pencils out to be the best alternative for you.
All right, good advice. Derrell Peel, livestock marketing specialist here at Oklahoma State University.